All right, got a little bit of a street scrap here only because I was heading home and saw this on the way, so that is decent. Look at that thing. Compact. Too bad it's been out in the rain. Actually, I'm gonna put this inside. It's probably toast. Let's see what else. Keyboard out in the rain. I don't know. Maybe there's value in a wet one. Let's all close. It's metal. The bag. Foodstuffs, old vacuum stuff. This will take. That's an old Whirlpool. This thing's been out in the rain too, so I am just going to cut it. Not enough metal on that. No. Yeah, I'll take that. Let's see what's in the trunk, if anything. Oh, wow, look at that. You know what? I'll just take the whole thing. Too bad this has been out in the rain. Stainless steel forks. Huh. Grab that too. So I went to go pick up, look at the water sitting in that. I went to go pick up a washer and dryer, and I failed to ask if it was already out of the house or out of the apartment. And of course, when I get there, it's not, but I kind of get the feeling that the family's in dire straits. They're either moving out or they're getting kicked out. I don't know. So I was like, look, you know, I'll come back with the dolly, which I forgot because I just did a scrap run. Singing machine. I'll take that and take the board out of it. So I'm going to the house to pick up. Can I just get this stuff out? The dolly and go back and take the thing out of the bathroom, which is all the way in the back, and a tiny bathroom and a laundry room. It's gonna be a huge pain in my butt, but and the power was out, and I don't know if the power's out because of all the rain that we had, because we got torrential downpours, or if it's because they had their power turned off. But the place didn't look so great and she needed it out by today, so I'm like, okay. Yeah, close. Man, it's a shame everything got rained on. Oh, what is that? Yeah, of course there'd be a monitor because more clothes, and the bottom's falling out of this. These I'll take just because I'm curious. But, I mean, we got a lot of rain last night and this morning, so these things are probably no good at all. Everything's just falling apart. Okay, I think I got everything. A little salt and pepper shakers. I guess they're metal, but I'll leave them. Let's check over here one more time. Just plates, vacuum stuff, that. Box of chocolates. What is that? Looks like the mice got a hold of something. Yep, for sure. Cord. That. Might even be living in there yet. Put the chocolates back on top. Okay, I think that's about it. What is that? Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, I could actually use a pencil sharpener. Nice. I see. Oh, that's nothing. Just, that's cords, whatever it is. Ear popper. Is that in there? That is in there. Take that too. Everything's already wet and damaged, so it's just all going to get recycled, or the metal parts. This I want. God, I remember using these in school as a kid. I don't know if they still use these or not. No. Okay. Now, yep. So I think I'm just going to make this a short video, since I did that quick street scrap and just picked up this stuff at a house call. So went to pick up the washer and dryer. I think I talked about that when I was picking up the street scrap, and went back for it. Got these. Normally I would have a buyer for older units, but he doesn't like this push button stuff. He doesn't like anything that's electronic that can break down. So for that reason, these are getting scrapped out, and it's not in that great a condition. So that's rusted out on the bottom. The top came off of this one. So I'm gonna take off the back covers, take off the motors, and strip out the rest of the wire. But with that, when I told them that I took metal, they had gathered up a bunch of other stuff. So there's a couple of TV stands, bed rails, ironing board, just other miscellaneous metal that's all getting thrown in the shred pile, as long as it's all magnetic. And then this stuff here. I think I'm going to take this kind of stuff, even though it's stainless steel. It's about a pound and a half. Maybe get $1 for that at the scrap yard. But it's in good condition. I'd rather repurpose, reuse stuff. So I think I'm going to throw something like that in my antique booth, even though it's not really antique. But people like hanging certain things like that up on a wall or whatever. And I'll just throw a couple of bucks on it and just call it a day. This, you know, I'll throw $4 or $5 on it. It's, I think it's, this one's stainless. I don't know. Yeah, that's stainless as well, the whole thing. That one's trash because it's dirty and I'm not cleaning it out. And then some stainless utensils. So the only thing that looks a little bit older is this Imusa, and that's from Colombia. And I'd love to go back to Colombia. I spent a few days in Medellin and the countryside around there, and it was beautiful. I loved the entire time I was there, actually. So I'd love to go back. But that, you know, I'll put like $6 or $7 on. I think somebody would kind of like that. Imusa original. I looked this up, nothing like that on eBay, but there are a couple of other things from that company, and they're like 20 bucks. But I would like to repurpose that as well. This weight set I was thinking about reselling, but they're rusty, the case is dirty, and it's not in that great a shape. It's about 30 pounds, so I'm just gonna throw that into the shred pile. So that was everything I did on the pickup. I've got to go get a couple of barbecues later today. When it comes to that street scrap that I just hit, there's a lot of junk here, but at the same time, there's some things that actually I think I'm gonna keep, like these barbecue stainless steel forks. So they extend and they're really good quality. Got a nice wooden handle on them. They're nice and sturdy, and we need something like this for grilling or hot dogging, for putting hot dogs on the fire pit we have in the backyard. So I think I'm gonna ask my girlfriend if she wants those, and I think she will. Those are gonna be great. That singing machine, I don't know what exactly it is, but I'm gonna take the boards out of it. This is all shred material. I'm gonna cut the cords off of it, including the shrub trimmer there. But this stuff here, now this I can definitely sell in the antique booth. These are Wherever USA made. They're non-magnetic. They look like aluminum. So stuff like this easily sells at an antique booth. And these here are a little bit more heavy-duty handles, but these are also Wherever. This stuff here, I might clean it up just a little bit, wipe it off. And this particular type of ware, Dallas ware, is selling on eBay. It's not selling enough that it makes it worthwhile. But again, this is retro type stuff that I could probably flip in the antique booth. So I'm gonna go ahead and put, you know, a little bit on each one and let people pick and choose whatever they want. And I think I'll end up selling a few of those rather than they just be trash. I can't send those to the recycling yard, scrap yard. And then I've got a bunch of stainless steel ladles. Again, people love hanging this stuff up as long as it looks decent. And I don't know, I mean, this is Vollrath stainless steel. It looks new, it's shiny, but people like putting those things on hooks. So again, another antique booth item. This here is probably a $20 grater. It is a little bit dented, but it's made in Sweden from Halco ware. So I'm just gonna ask for a couple of dollars on that. And this thing here is selling for $20 to $40 on eBay. So this is Chicago metallic muffin pan, and it does have some rust on it. It's been sitting out in the rain. It was sitting in water, but it's not deep rust. You could easily get that off with some steel wool. So I might just knock a few of the rust spots off very gently, because people sometimes like that patina. And I'll ask, you know, 15 bucks for it at the antique booth, and it'll probably sell based on what I've sold there already of stuff like that. And then other stuff is just junk. These just plastic bits, plastic bowls. The trunk itself is made of wafer board. It has been sitting in the rain. It's rusty, it's nasty. Heavy trash comes tomorrow, and that's what that's going to be. I'm not going to even try to sell that for a couple dollars. I don't think. It is just too far gone. I don't know. It doesn't have really enough metal in it to scrap it. Maybe I'll sit it in my shop, put a fan on it, dry it up, and ask for $5 at the antique booth just to have something to set stuff on. I like having stuff like that, actually, to set things on, to display them. Otherwise, you have to take up room with non-sellable items. So maybe I'll rethink that and sell that for a few bucks. And if it doesn't sell, I can at least use it in the booth. So let me show you the computer real quick, and that was probably the better find of the day. All right, so this is the Compaq ProLinea 3/25ZS. As you can see, it's been probably sitting in a window because it is yellowed like crazy. There is a way to actually turn that white again. But the entire thing was completely drenched and rained on, so I don't think there's much I can do with this. A brand new, well, not a brand new one, a really nice working one just sold for $200 on eBay. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of history on this particular model. And I did find this keyboard, and the junk ones, or the ones that are missing pieces and things like that, are going from $5 to $10. That's just not worth it to me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the covers. I'm gonna dry them out before I even try to turn them on and see if they possibly work. And then if they do, maybe I'll go ahead and list it as a unit for, you know, say a working unit, but that you know, make them aware that it's been rained on. I don't know. So it's just one of those things where I'm not going to scrap her out right away. I'll probably look at it for months before I finally do anything, but I am going to dry it out right away because that needs to be done. So that's what this is, and it's the first time I've come across anything this old. I think these were from the early 90s actually. But anyway, so that was that. Nice street scrap. I don't street scrap more often because it is so hard to do in my area. There are a ton of scrappers out there. If you are not out on the curb within a few minutes of them placing something out there, it is gone. Now this I got lucky, and I think the only reason was because it rained so hard last night and all day today up into the point where I found this stuff, so there weren't a lot of people out there working in the rain. But even so, they usually go for the bigger items, but I might have got lucky finding some of this stuff. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments below, and I'll talk to you later.